Peace.
Countless innocent children were sexually molested by adult
Professional,
the Boy Scouts of America's
economic,
secret
or law
files
base,
revealed that since
control,
1910, they have admitted into
turn,
scouting thousands of child
phenomenal,
molesters that it knew or
economic,
should have known were
or
unfit to
law
work with
base,
children. We are attorneys representing
control
survivors of
equality,
cyber sexual abuse. If you were abused in
phenomenal,
cyber,
economic,
you are not alone. Come forward.
or law base, control equality. I'm the most honorable Nabinur Muslim Hasib. I'm giving you your update of everything that's taken place recently during this month of September 2019. I wanted to oh yeah, it's okay.
One of the nurses. I just want to put you back on the monitor.
Go ahead. I wanted to give you an update and tell you why though.
I just still want you to monitor your vitals.
I mean, I had to take a use the restroom and pray, so that's why I took it off. And I woke up and these are all fell off. But your update, the reason why the hurricanes is over there, the Hasibs as they call it in Arabic, the hurricanes, they call them Hasib. They call them Hasib. They was today's September the 12th, yesterday was September 11th, 2019. Hasibs because Mother Tynnetta Muhammad, and Ishmael Muhammad, and Elijah Muhammad, none of them are actually dead, are they? And they all build mother planes, so-called flying saucers, and they have to remove all of the pedophiles child molesters from the headquarters island of Jamaica, namely Montego Bay City, and the secondary headquarters of the child molesters, pedophiles, the people who falsified the Talmud, Book of Moses, and said that girls should be molested at age 3, sexually fingered in the sexual area, private at age 3. People who did that and said that the son of Joseph and Mary should be born in a bowl of excrement, and did all sorts of strange things to the Book of Moses called Talmud. The people who did that is those Jamaicans there. And secondary headquarters is the Caribbean, different islands, the St. Croix, St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. That's where those pedophiles live, from the Book of Message to the Black Man by Elijah Muhammad. And that's why Elijah Muhammad and Mother Tynnetta Muhammad are controlling those Hasibs on water-fueled vehicles to remove those pedophiles. That's Yakuub's secret biological family. A lot of people who live there don't know about it. 85% of the island of Jamaica are secretly the biological family of Yakuub, exiled from Patmos, also known as Pelon, 7,000 years ago. The same exact secret family of Yakuub from the book Message to the Black Man by Elijah Muhammad. Now I hear there's another one there, and Tynnetta Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad aren't happy with the results because the world's smartest woman, strongest woman, my daughter, Vika, aka Zoe Lachey Walker, is still kidnapped by the Jamaican family in Federal Way, Washington. My mother, Annette Christine Ramsey. My mother, now Annette Christine Noriega. My father, Alphonse Day Priest Noriega Jr. My sister, Anisha Craig Noriega Madden. My brother, Caucasian foster brother, Raymond Albert Noriega, born October 6th. They have my daughter kidnapped because they want their religion. They want their religion to survive, and that's all they know is being pedophiles. And they're the headquarters of all evil. That's all they know. That's the industry of money, etc. They misappropriate businesses. They own every Chase Bank indirectly, every Walmart indirectly, every Washington Mutual Bank, JP Morgan Bank, and now it's become Chase Bank. They change the names when the biggest victim dies. The video recording of the child victims is the Dow Jones share of those businesses, such as the Walmart, Starbucks, like I told you, 7-Eleven, AMP. Okay, that's nice. bad, huh? Yo, but I had to tell you, there's another Hasib I saw on the news coming, a windstorm to clean them up. But my daughter, Zoe Lachey Walker, at age 3, she was doing those Hijirasabi stone finger push-ups that you see myself doing with my fingers like this. My daughter was doing that at age 3. Her family knows it. Her family's a part of it. Floyd Kelly, her grandfather, he's a general among the Wicca witches. Floyd Kelly's ex-wife, my daughter's grandmother, her name is Diana Kelly. She's a Wicca witch too. They have my daughter kidnapped. Tynnetta Walker, my daughter's mother, she has her own daughter kidnapped, and she's being sexually molested, fingered in her vagina, not being allowed to go to school. She's very light-skinned, and there's 2 dark-skinned and black girls who secretly attend elementary school at age 7, very dark-skinned, pretending they're my daughter, Zoe Lachey Walker. They take turns going to school and pretending they're her, so that authorities who might investigate my complaints will see a falsified actor impersonating Vicar, my daughter Zoe Lachey Walker, who I nicknamed Vicar for a reason. So I could remember my first sister that my family murdered on video, falsifying leukemia, and barbecued her to death. You know they barbecued Tanisha? I call her the Tana Isha, Sheree Noriega. 1993, they barbecued my biological sister, my mother, my father, because she was attempting to tell me about the religion of Yakuub, our family, the island of Jamaica. 85% of that island are secretly Wiccan witches, namely wicked. Them are child molestation, pedafile army. The only thing they know is regarding suffering. They may find a child and they may buy a child. Look here, look at the white girl up on the news. She is only a diversion paid by Jamaica. They said the white girl up on the news recently was acquitted and announced not guilty for murdering her child, and it is a plan that was scripted by black people of Jamaica to tell her to sell her baby. That girl has sold multiple babies to different families to be video recorded, molested, video recorded, assaulted, video recorded with a falsified diagnosis of leukemia cancer, such as my sister, Tana, the fulfillment of the prophecy of the Tana, the introduction to the Salat prayer, Tanaisha Shrey Noriega. She single-handedly had my mother, Annette Christine Ramsey, now Annette Christine Noriega, arrested. My sister was ingenious. She had her arrested for child abuse, so that in court my sister could testify against her and reveal my family's child pedophile, child trafficking business, conglomerate of child trafficking. You have to beware of the 5% are newspaper, because we are gods. We are the only true and living God. You will see the Father God, Ahad, that triple exosphere, the triple dark, triple stage darkness God, the only one God, the space, the troposphere blackness, that is only the 0 stage, the first stage of life, of God. But that brother has 76 quintillion square miles of body. So he wanted to move faster. You have to understand, the book, The Theology of Time by Elijah Muhammad, will show and prove to you that we as people are what God wanted to become, to move faster. Because him being one being 76 quintillion square miles of space before there was a sun, moves very slow. Something smaller, such as myself, something smaller can move faster than 76 quintillion square miles. So we honor the Father, Allah, who can hear us in that slow motion body that can feel and hear everything and grow. Grow a son that can competently think as a poor generator, and make all of our planets spin around it. The sun is competent. The sun can think, it can look upon a color and choose the shape it grows to and go forward. But we are God. We are what God wanted to become. Man, arm, leg, arm, head, Allah. I would title this YouTube, Nabinur teaching Hasib, Hurricanes, 2019. I want you to vote the Mexican for U.S. President. I want you to stop looking at people trying to imitate me, trying to be me. Stop concentrating on the police TV shows, police actor dramas upon Iron Channel. Multiple people trying to imitate my life, imitate my daughter's life. She's kidnapped. Have mercy. Don't make an imitation of my life and my daughter's 7-year-old life right now, and not make an effort first to pay us for our suffering. Reunite myself with my daughter Zoe Walker before you take our life and make a duplicate dramatization and bite as if you're a break dancer and you don't know if you break. Try if you bite the whole of the moves and now give me credit for it. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a biter. Peace to DV1, the Rocksteady crew. DV1 Toby Christensen, he was good friends with my first master in psychic kung fu. My number one degree master, God persevered. He was in the same gymnastics class with DV1 Toby Christensen of Rocksteady crew. Likely the best breakdancing crew in world history, New York Rocksteady crew. Now Toby Christensen, DV1, close friend of mine, used to be my DJ when we were kids in our rap group, hip hop group. My rap group, a lyrical influence. There was a homosexual witch, a pedophile who records children right now. His name is Damian Henley. We used to call him D for us. I kicked him out of my rap group because I found that he was a witch and a pedophile. I found he was selling video recordings of my sister being molested. Dana, Isha, Tanisha Shrey Noriega being molested. He was selling videos of her being burnt to death in a barbecue to death radiation chamber for leukemia, falsified diagnosis. My sister also sent my aunt Kimberly Franklin to prison. Sent to the prison, well not prison, but sent to the jail because my sister had a plan to expose the child trafficking. She was trying to save my life from going to prison for life by sending my captors, the people who would falsify a conspiracy to commit murder. They had set me up to commit murder, provoke a murder. And in the end, my murder victim, Siobhan Jackson, born April 5th, 2019, I supposedly was convicted of killing in 1996, day 26, October. And I did the 14 years, got released from prison in Washington, Northern Washington. I got released from Monroe Correctional Complex, Special Offender Unit, 2009, I was released. 2014, the daughter we had together, myself and Siobhan, was murdered. I was sad. I drove to Mecca. No, first I drove to Mosque Mariam. It was Farrakhan school. I prayed 10 rakats. I tried to take away my pain, and I tried to gain a respect for life. Because that's what you do when your enemies die, and when your loved ones die. You make a funeral prayer, and you try to reattain your respect for life. So not to become savage, not to become non-compassionate, because life is to respect all life. It would be oxymoron to be a hate monger or a death monger or a pain monger, attempting to cause the pain of others. It's oxymoron, even if they were your enemies. It's counterproductive to intelligence to be a death monger, even if it was your enemy's death or your loved one's revenge. I'm here, and I'm only trying to get custody. I'm only trying to get to Jamaica and tell them I'm not dead. My sister reported I was dead in Jamaica. Anisha Correa, Noriega Madden, reported I was dead. My brother, Raymond Albert Noriega, born October 6th, he reported I was dead. They have assumed my inheritance from my mother, Annette Christine Noriega. They have assumed my mother's inheritance with my mother's permission. Raymond works as Raymond Albert Noriega, my foster brother who reported me dead in Jamaica. He did that so that he could assume those shares, but he had to murder my daughter, Deeper Isha Lachey Noriega. Now Deeper Isha Lachey Noriega, where? Murdered by a gunshot to the chest, 2014 in Yakuub, Washington. They had to murder her because she was 17, and as my daughter, oldest daughter, she would assume my inheritance. 2014, they had reported myself dead, 2004 and 5, to assume the inheritance. So she would assume all of their shares. So that's admission of guilt, simply by them reporting me dead. That proves that they killed my daughter. And they would be severely punished. But because the authorities have covered everything up, Siobhan Jackson, I found her 2015. Deeper Isha Lachey Noriega, my daughter, I found her mother, who I went to prison for killing, and I got released from prison in 2009. I found her after I went to Mosque Mariam and prayed. I went to a law school in Mecca, Harlem, New York, and I talked and built with the guards. And I learned from the guards there. And 2015 May, I had left from New Jersey, New Jerusalem. I went all the way down to Florida, and I found Siobhan Jackson May 2015. She faked her death. She worked at Walmart, Hollandale Beach, Florida, Walmart. She still works there today. She has the same face, same big forehead. She has no nose on her face. That's how she was born. She looks like a chocolate skull. I'm not mocking you. I'm not mocking her. She looks like a chocolate skull. She has no nose. Like this. Like this. With just two holes. Not a nose like this. No nose. Two holes to breathe out of. She looks like a chocolate skeletal from the He-Man cartoon, son. You can't miss her. The FBI covered it up. The police covered it up everywhere, yo. So that white girl that was selling the babies as well on the CNN, they said she was young. She buried her baby in the backyard. That's just a diversion. She has been selling babies for years out of her chocha, Rata. That baby that she buried back there, That's a fucking cadaver. It's not even her baby. They mix and match babies. They'll sell a baby out of their chocha, then they'll get paid. It takes to hold someone else's baby and pretend it's theirs. That's why she couldn't do no time for killing the baby. It wasn't even hers, and it was already dead. It was a cadaver. The baby that she gave birth to was already sold to my family, who gave it to another family to facilitate molestation. That baby that she supposedly murdered is alive and well, and when that child reaches age 5, the family that has falsified being the parent will record molesting that child, record beating that child, and record a falsified diagnosis of nephrotic kidney syndrome, the way they did my daughter. I went to Northern Children's Hospital on Sandpoint Road, and I cured my daughter of nephrotic kidney syndrome in 24 hours. Then I was trespassed from the building by my baby's mother, Tina Nicole Walker, birthday December 30th. She has my daughter kidnapped on behalf of my family. To cure nephrotic kidney syndrome, you gotta know it's a handmade, laboratory-made disease. The cure is LASIK. All the other medicines are a camouflage mixed with the cocktail of lymphatic kidney syndrome itself. It's not a real disease. Neither is leukemia. I cured both of them. Did you know that you can cure leukemia with simple CBD oil, marijuana, and if it is not cured swiftly, that means that it's an admission of guilt, that the person is being poisoned when they sleep with an injection? Did you know that diabetes, if not cured with the swiftness, if not simply cured by fasting and with CBD oil and with cornus, a fruit that grows naturally on a Korean tree, did you know that that's a admission of guilt, that the diabetes was done by someone poisoning the person with insulin? Check it out. Insulin is diabetes. It is. It makes your toes fall off. My Uncle Roger, his knees fall off. He got paid $2,000 a month for years to pretend he had diabetes and market the insulin. He has to test positive. He had to test positive every month for the insulin in his blood, or else he wouldn't receive the secret $2,000 a month under the table. He was so desperate to have it and so drugged from a hallucinogen that's added to the so-called insulin. They add anything they want to that stuff, and you're marketing it. People market it, and their toes fall off, feet fall off. They don't know what's in there. I just show you the updates on what's going on. You have to vote the Mexican for U.S. president. I will help him end child trafficking. Look at the YouTubes by Mother Tynnetta Muhammad called The 10th System, The Brain, and they will show you that the 144,000 people you see, 144,000 in Revelations, the square root is 54. That's the Mexicans, because they're the holiest people in the history of the United States. They're the ones who sold their babies the least at the abortion clinic and falsified an abortion. 7 out of 10 of those abortions at their clinics or the hospitals, those babies are sold. Those babies at those type of hospitals where they conduct that abortion, the baby is not aborted, it's sold alive and well to facilitate a future of incarceration, molestation, falsified diagnosis of disease, suffering. 7 out of 10 abortions, they're not aborted at all. Those children are raised by a falsified parent, and identity theft, such as mine. My parents are not my biological parents, but they did falsify my birth certificate. And even the spelling alone of my birth certificate at Olympia, Washington, vital statistics, The birth certificate is misspelled. My name is Noriego, spelled with an O, the third. There is no father listed, just a mother from Jamaica. Secretly, it's spelled on my birth certificate at Olympia, Washington, vital statistics, so that I'm secretly owned by Jamaica with little or no American rights. There's no American parent listed, just a birth location falsified in the United States. I was born in a test tube lab in Las Vegas and trafficked at age 2 from Las Vegas to Seattle, where they falsified my birth certificate, claimed I was born in University of Washington Hospital. I drove all the way from Vegas prostrate on the passenger seat of the floor, asking my mother, "Can I put my head up? I want to put my head up." She said, "No, you have to stay there. The police may see us. The police may stop us over. We have too many things on the U-Haul." And she was lying. It was a ritual. Torture. Prostrate. Total stranger that gave a damn about me. It started the torture being 2 years old, prostrate all the way on the floor of a U-Haul truck from Las Vegas, Seattle. To prove this, you'll see my brother who faked his death. He's now the general, the new elected Yakuub official named Yakuub. Trevon DeRay Noriega faked his death around 1998. His birthday is January 6th. He's faked his death, got a facelift, lives in my home that I built with my own hands, that my mother claims she doesn't own, on Paradise Lane, 3 homes in 1. He lives there. Miss Gwen lives there, my grandmother. She faked her death too. She got a facelift too. But all you gotta do is look at their fingerprints. Do they have the same fingerprints? Or no fingerprints at all? Then they're caught. You couldn't fuck with me in a heartbeat. And that's why you got another Hasib hurricane coming right now to the Caribbean to wipe Yakuub out. Knowledge will destroy God against thou and the pedophile Jamaica. Bob Marley, a parasite. Who's Damian Margaret? Ziggy Marley. I wouldn't make no albums with them. Their family are parasites, my nigga. Their family are pedophile child traffickers. My daughter is the smartest woman in the world. She's 7 years old, hidden, kidnapped, molested in a video. Please help me rescue my daughter. Please help me get my passport and go to Jamaica and declare to the police in Montego Bay I'm not dead. Then I can assume my inheritance, the businesses my mother owns, take all their money like that, and they won't have any money to pay my child's mother, Tynnetta Walker, to hide my daughter, kidnap her. Peace. Power equality, a loss of equality. Professional electricity align, colliding evils. Professional electricity align, crashing evil. Pow, enemy anatomy, clearly egrooved. Innocently self-saving, living against mini-me's. Giving cipher divinity, definition is nitty-gritty. Peace, God. Now that's how you cipher.